Hi guys, this is our YouTube channel Imagine Brawlers, and here we also talk about House of the Dragon Season 2 Episode 8. And yes guys, it's sad but it's also truth. Yes, our novel of dragons has finally come to an end.
Puedo seguir resistiendo sensación que no vayas presumiendo, no, que me ha robado.
Like and polarized both visions in which people are maybe more empathized, because for mostly people this episode hasn't been at all a the real season finale that this season worth, or maybe a season finale from Game of Thrones worth. No, isn't it? The thing is that here maybe we can acknowledge, because of all of the rumors, that maybe at the first time this season wasn't conceived at all as a 8-episode season, but as a 10-episode season. And because all of this budget things, the SAG-AFTRA thing that you remember that were on parallel at the same time that this season was filmed, do you remember? And maybe for all of this, maybe this episode hasn't this kind of like energy of being a season finale episode. And well guys, we can see it on this Essos Snow area, in which what a tremendous way for the series to present this region. That this kind of like monkey entering through his own house. This thing, this element that really hasn't nothing at all with all of this Westeros kind of like monarchy shapes and kings and knights and all of these things, but here we can see in this scene this kind of like trying of covenant, trying of deal that really the crown, it's really despair. Well guys, do you remember, of course, the first season, the first 3 episodes that were trading this kind of like conflict with the Trarch, that Viserys was at the head of the royal council, and Daemon was trying a little bit of giving his help as an acolyte for Corlys. Do you remember? Come on guys, that 3rd episode was a really a blast. It was really a tremendous episode from House of the Dragon, starting with Daemon and Caraxes and all of those kind of like a fire flare battlefield with against this kind of like Triarchy, because the Triarchy since the beginning have already wanted these stepstones, that is this kind of like a commercial area that they wanted, and the thing is that at the end of the episode, against all of this battle against Kragas Drahar and all of these Triarchy forces, we can see that finally Daemon and Corlys defeated them, but now once again they are ready and harnessing this chance of weakness from the Westeros crown, and the thing is that, well, in this Shrine of Covenant, the crown is really despair, because all of these blockades that it's at the end, what it's making the people in the city of King's Landing getting to the starvingness and all of these diseases, and at the end it's affecting directly the crown. Now we can see that here Tywin Lannister, it's guys, whatever you want to do, it's fine for me, but we really need your help, and well, if the crown people do something to me, it's okay guys, but they finally tells Tywin that the one thing that they really wanted, in exchange for their military forces, for the Triarchy military forces, is the stepstones, and well, we can see that Tywin, after thinking on, well guys, maybe this will cost a little for me, but well, if it is what it is, it's okay, and then this scene in which we can see this Lohar commander presenting to Tywin, it's like for me it wasn't doesn't make me pissed off because of the scene, but it was like I mean, it was like from that moment I realized that the episode wasn't at all a season finale because of all of this trying to not get this seriously kind of like vibe, and it's this trying of getting the episode into this trying of like more smoothie motion, no. And it's for me it was okay. And that next scene between Lohar and Thailand with them both in the mud, well, for me it wasn't bad at all, because mostly that have wrote the books maybe have acknowledged that Thailand was indeed an interest character, and a glimpse of that maybe we can see on this on the final of the episode. Oh guys, and what about that scene between Wayhak Tower and the Orange Solar? No, it was for me it was the second best and good scene in the whole series from Kristen Cole. Why? Because if you remember at the first season, do you remember the first episode was indeed a really great featuring, a great presentation for Kristen's character, because there he was presented really as this kind of like, yeah, conventional and grounded royal knight. Also, you remember guys that in that episode we were able to see him facing Daemon and taking Daemon down, no, with that Targaryen dark dragon armor, no. Kristen was with that a little bit of a gaunted rusty armor, knight armor, and instead of that Kristen defeated Daemon. And the thing was that after fifth episode from the first season, after that episode, all of that Kristen character development has like screwed up, no. And we get to see that he gets this kind of like because all of this Rhaenyra's betrayal to him, to his honor, no, he was like a little bit of a like misogyn, mostly to Rhaenyra, no, but like with this unloyalty to his own partners from the royal guard, no, we get to see all of the terrible things that he made, because all of the ones that wrote the books, and I didn't wrote the books, but I get to acknowledge the story of this king mater, no, because that's the description that the books give from him, no, because it was like this kind of like figure that really inspire. But in this scene in particular, we get to see that instead of all of the things that he have done previous for this fourth episode of this second season, instead of all of those terrible things, he's acknowledged all of this fire obliterated power that the dragons have, no, and that after that day the dragons enter on scene on a battlefield, everything turns to ashes, no. And the thing is that he has understand it, and he's like preparing mentally for the upcoming. And it's really fun to me these words that Wayne tells Kristen, no, about Allison. Whoa.
Serie, ¿cómo la ves? ¿Sabes que me van botando los pinches? Y yo mañana voy a jugar para vender jugo de naranja allá en Miami, ¿sí?
Get to see that Wayne was indeed for me was indeed one of the best characters for this season, because he was like presented as like this kind of like wholehearted people that was by the side of Christians and always like prepare for battle. But in previous episodes he tells Allison about Darren, no, the one who have been raised far away from this crown issues, no. And the thing is that in that particular scene I really get able to see that he wasn't like this kind of like stone and cold-hearted person after all, that at that glimpse between him and Allison where we get to see that he was taking Alice and saying her goodbye, it really makes me really empathize with Wayne, and also with Alice. And at the end, it really, for me, it's really funny, that thing with like poster from Wayne where he were just like sit on wood that Kristen was, like well man, we're heading to the same crap hole, you and I know, so let's get together. And what can we say about that Egan scene? No, well, for me, guys, this scene is really fantastic. In interviews with the actor, with Egan's actor, I get to see that he has this really grounded commitment with performing this, like a half burned Egan, with all of these scars. He tells that he was like asking really for the makeup for him, for his burn scars were like the most restrictive, and he was told that really for him it was like restricted with like this likeness of get movement. And I really think that the actor was telling this guy that I am playing of, it's really a mess. What can we say about this snake boys Lara Strong? And what a great conversation about this thing of he tells Hagen, now with your brother, if your brothers fall, what about you? Maybe if we get far away from here, if we get to Essos, this also acknowledges a city figure that it's like more of a refuge to this kind of like fallen kings that are able in the future to come. And Aegon finally gets convinced to get there to Essos, and that final scene with Aegon with that kind of like face of maybe we can do it, maybe I can rise again. And what about that cameos fest and this glimpse of the dragons fall on this kind of like shaped ground mud, and he drowning in this kind of like river, can it be something like that? And what about that scene in which he gets able to see the great menace that was able to come from the north,
The White Walkers.
and finally he gets able to see that narrative. And that final glimpse of Rhaenyra seated on the throne, like like the ultimate nail on the coffin. It's like all of this sequence of visions that Daemon have. It's like he understands that really Rhaenyra, it's the one. And we can see that this scene, it's like like the revelation from Helena, as this kind of like visionary character, from the Targaryen family, because we have been always like really get to see her with this kind of like appearance and like this rare person, and here we get to see that indeed she had been all this time get these visions related with this mythology from the Targaryens. The ones that have been wrote the books have acknowledged this. The Targaryens are like characterized for this kind of like, they really used to have visions that are able to aware and to acknowledge the future. And this scene, this Daemon scene, really matched with Helena, and with the scene that she was talking with Aemon. And in this scene, it's really a I don't know to say here. There is a spoiler alert, because the same series have maybe spoiled what it's going to come, because here at this scene, Helena tells Aemon, buddy, so hang on to the shore, because it really come rock for you, because you're going to get disappear in the eye of a god, and no one will going to see you again. So like Amen, it's in this episode he really have like lost all of this calculative shape of character that he has earned at at the long of the season. I think that for this season, he's like the best character, know that he has grown as character in his development, but he has, like, fall to the ground. And well, guys, for me, my favorite scene on the episode was indeed the scene between, these rebellion forces gathered Harrenhal front of Rhaenyra, no? And instead of, all of them be a great army, they really get, like a little bit of confused because of watching Cyrex, above of all of them, no? And it's really, really an amazing landscape, this half-fallen and cursed Harrenhal castle, no? It's really, really amazing to see it. And what about the scene of the episode, though? For me, it really, maybe this whole, Daemon development of character hasn't been, like the best for the character, but here on this scene, we can see that it's really nailed on the coffin, because in High Valyrian, this way in which they both speak to another, it's like, well, Daemon's actor is really, really, really had a great performance on the scene, because he gets, like, bow down slowly to Rhaenyra, and that words from Rhaenyra that, hey, you're really, really sounds like my father. It's like, finally, like the character has learned about what is his role on all of this, and he has accepted. And it's really, really fulfilling for me, this taking the sword and saying, no, for every one of us that have fallen, it will be fallen 100 from him, no? And that Lord of the Rings visual landscape, no? Everyone is cheering, everyone ready for the battle, and it's really, really fulfilling for me. Also, there's kind of like a clapping from St. Simon. No, it's really, really a great scene. A closing note to the ending of the episode. Well, we can see, like all of the pieces, all of the extended trailer, because at the end, this whole episode has been, maybe you can think about him as a big extended trailer, no? Because all of this, like positioning of all of the pieces, in the playing field, no? We can see that Corlys, it's on that little boat with Ellie, no? It's fair because he being the sea snake, he should be, on a great armada of military sea ships, no? But I really assurance that we're able to get to see that, that sea battle, at the third season. And what about this glimpse from Tyrion Lannister, that Tyrion poster from him? It's this kind of like character that instead of, have fear for the future, have fear for a lot of things that he is into, he's just like watching the tempest, the great storm that is heading in front of him, and instead of that, he's able to face him, and that thing of Lohar reaching to him. It's like this: I have empathized with you, Tyrion, and I am here by your side if you need me. It's really, really, really astonishing for me. It's really like rare, guys, because all of the great things that I have been developed, and this one in particular that have been one of my favorites. Yes, guys, And what about this Targaryen season costume with all of their armors, and we can see this all the white, getting into his armor, and I think that here the script has, make a really grapple with the character, because I have, empathized with him in the previous episode, and here he gets, into a really jerk. And what about this attitude from Hugh? We still haven't seen what he's, capable to do with Vermithor, and we are not able to see him, but we can, think that maybe he's finally, the Daeron Targaryen with his dragon Tessarion. Well, guys, this has been my review about the episode, about all of the elements that have been, surrounding this episode also. So guys, this is the video Sam. Please, if you like the video, give me a huge like on that like button. Please, if you like or want to stay, get subscribed, guys, and please let me your comments down below to read you. And remember, guys, that yes, life, it's not only one, but this one here, you have to live it, and live it in abundance. God bless you so much.